Mr. Simon,
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sleepytime Mondays. Sleepytime Comedy is New York City's only comedy show. Happy Mondays and Wednesday nights at 11 o'clock in the Triple Crown basement. We've got a fantastic show for you tonight. We've got Tomorrow's My Birthday. We've got Pizza Bros and Red. We've got stand-up comedy from the lovely, the talented J.F. Harris. We may have stand-up comedy from Katie Hannigan. And of course, we have Luchador. Woo! Alright. Some good chanting. Everybody's got some high energy. That's fantastic. Tomorrow is my brother's birthday, so we're going to have a real special Sleepytime sing-along in just a little moment here. My brother is my older brother. Anybody have older brothers here? Yeah! So this story will be familiar to you. He is my stepbrother. We grew up together, so he's like my older brother. And but because he's my stepbrother, he just became my brother, you know, when I was like 8 or 9. So I'd never had an older brother before. I didn't know what to expect. I just knew that there was going to be a lot of fort building and a lot of, like, you know, playing games together. I was so excited. And so he moved in with us, and like after about like the second day or something, we're out playing in the yard. He calls me over and he says, "Hey Toby, come here, come here." He goes, "Stand right in front of me." So I'm like, "Okay, we're right here." And he puts his kind of feet on my feet like this, and he goes, "Okay, now relax your knees, relax your knees." And I was like, "Okay, cool, what's happening?" He just goes, "Push." Wham! Straight over. And that's what it's like having an older brother. But it was great because having an older brother, as you know, he can make you cooler. Because I was not very cool growing up. I know that's going to be a surprise, because look at where I am now. But I was not very cool. When my older brother moved in, I had 3 cassette tapes. I had the Back to the Future soundtrack. Nice. Yeah. Solid. I had the original Broadway cast recording of West Side Story. Yeah. And I had Tom Petty's Free Fallin', a single. Just those 3. But he turned me on to new music, and then later in life, I realized that actually my brother was also doing, like, he was actually a super nerd. He was just cooler than I was, so that he raised me up, but he could only raise me sort of to his level. So I just want to go through a quick couple of examples of the level of dork that he was, and then my level of dork just slightly underneath it. So he had a rat tail, as you know that haircut. It's like the white trash version of a mullet. So like meth head in the front, crank dealer in the rear. And I had a rat that I named Vibrator. I kid you not. I didn't know the word meant, obviously, and I thought his nose kind of vibrated, so I called him Vibrator. My brother's best friend was a guy whose nickname was Jizz Lover. That was his actual nickname. I think that he got that nickname because one of the high school football dudes caught him masturbating in the bathroom, and he thought it was like one of the nicknames that you give to your high school football teammates, like Brick or Ice or Stud Muffin or whatever. But so he proudly would introduce himself as Jizz Lover to people, and every time that he came over to visit my brother, I'd hear the door open and he'd just go, "Jizz Lover!" Like he was just announcing his entrance. best friend. My best friend was a pile of goo that I made in my mother's kitchen. She had told me that yeast was alive, and so I put some yeast and flour and water together and fed it ants. That was my best friend. My brother's car that he drove around was a 1986 Plymouth Horizon, which, if you don't know what that looks like, just picture a smaller, boxier VW Bug. It's the kind of thing that like East Germany would sell as a family sedan. And he had a $400 stereo system when he installed it. He had tinted windows, like those stick-on tinted windows that you stick, you stick on the things. And he would drive that around with his best friend Jizzlobber in the back seat. And for my car, I would write bitch behind them. So tonight's going to be a great show, ladies and gentlemen. Comedy. One of the things that we did together a lot was to do voices and accents. And our favorite thing was to do mashup accents. One of the best ones we came up with was Australian. So I'd like it if we can all sing, please, to my brother Aaron, happy birthday in your best Australian accent. So just think like Arnold Schwarzenegger beats Paul Hogan. Are you ready? Here we go. Happy birthday to